Today we're going to troubleshoot a fuel gauge on the MSU-500, also the 700 models. Once you turn on the display on the on position, some of the errors are going to be that it does not register as it's doing right here. And we're going to show you what cables to check and uninstalling the fuel pump for any corrosion on the floater and the resistor. Okay, let's give us a second while I prepare everything. There's 3 main plugs we would like for you to check, and I will show you the plugs that you need to check to see if any of the pins are straight, not bent. That way it can make good contact. One plug is going to be alongside this wire harness that goes to your ECU. Located, it's going to be a white plug, 2 wires coming out of each end. Just unplug it, make sure it's not corroded, and make sure the pins are also straight. Once you check that plug, go ahead and snap it back in place. It should snap back up. The other one is located along the fuel return line. Also unplug it, make sure it's not corroded on one end, make sure the pins are straight as well. Go ahead and plug back that also. Should click. The other plug is going to be located on top of the fuel cell, fuel pump as well. Just take this apart. Do not lose that. Once that's off, go ahead and unplug it. Make sure there's no corrosion, and just try to see if any of the plugs are not bent on the fuel pump. That's not bent as well. Just go ahead and lock it back up. Make sure you put your safety pin back in there. That's what you got to do to check the 3 main plugs that go to your fuel pump. Right now I'm going to show you how to check the fuel pump of no corrosion on the resistor that's connected to your floater. Make sure you have the key on the off position, and make sure there's no fuel circulated in the lines. Whenever you take these off, there's going to be a slight leak of fuel, so just wear appropriate clothing for that. Make sure you have some cloth. I don't have any cloth right now, but I'm just demonstration. You take off the return line, just pinch it, and it should come off. There's one. And I'll put it to the side. The other one's green. Just pinch it, and it should come off. Again, you want to take this one off too. Make sure you don't lose this. I'll put it in a cup holder. That way I know it's there. Unplug it. This doesn't really matter if it's connected or not, because it's just your breather. It's your breather tube. So basically, turn it counterclockwise. As you can see, it's starting to come off. Once you made this come off, the whole fuel cell is gonna come off along with the floater. Now on the floater, like I said, just be careful with the floater. This fuel pump is a slight different, but make sure the floater's not hitting it anywhere, and make sure you'll feel when you move the floater, you'll feel some ridges. That means it's making good contact. Usually on the old design, the resistor is alongside here, but this one's built differently because we redesigned it. But if you can move it, I don't know if you can hear that. Come closer, Israel. If you move it up and down, you'll feel ridges kind of rubbing against each other when I move this floater. That means it's making good contact. Okay, so again, that's how you troubleshoot and taking off the fuel pump. And keep in mind, there has to be no corrosion on these contactors here. Also make sure this is well placed inside, and make sure the floater is not disturbed anywhere. The way you put it back in there, just put it back in there. Make sure this is facing towards the front. install it back in there. Connect your tubes. One. Two. So you get your plug. This goes underneath. Three. Get your safety pin. Four. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then make sure everything snaps. And as you can see, I'm going to turn it on. Take some time to register. I did take it off. Did a hard reboot on it. So you can see it's starting to register. In a matter of seconds, the troubleshooting's over.